In the late 80s, Hanna-Barbera launched the Hanna-Barbera Superstars 10. These were a series of made-for-TV movies made for syndication, starring the studio's most famous characters. You name it, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Yogi Bear, Top Cat, the works. Scooby-Doo also had 3 movies a part of this block. Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers, Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School, and Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. I remember watching all of them on Cartoon Network's Cartoon Theater as a kid. I enjoyed them back then. Now looking back as an adult, do they still hold up? Well, let's find out. After a pretty forgettable opening theme sung by the late June Foray, the story starts off with Shaggy discovering that his uncle died and left him a country estate, which is on a plantation, as well as a fortune in jewels. So Shaggy, Scooby, and Scrappy head to the estate in order to claim his inheritance, where they meet a whole cast of colorful characters, like a local sheriff, voiced by Boz Hogg from Dukes of Hazzard, a crazy butler, voiced by Artie Johnson, 2 hillbillies that want Shaggy's head, literally and figuratively, and a gorilla that escaped from the circus. After realizing the mansion might be haunted due to strange goings-on, and the fact that they're stuck there, the guys decide to call some ghost exterminators, who ironically are ghosts. Enter the Boo Brothers, Miko, Shriko, and Frico, an obvious parody of the Three Stooges. They hire the brothers to hunt down a ghost haunting the place, but all they seem to do is goof off. They discover the jewels are hidden in the manor. Scrappy suggests that they find the rest of the treasure, and from here on in is a quest to find the rest of the jewels with clues and riddles hidden around every corner. To the movie's credit, the plot in general is not that bad. It's a decent mystery that kids can follow okay. Maybe that's what I like about this one. It did feel like an actual Scooby-Doo story, in the sense that there's a mystery to be solved, clues, and unmasking at the end. Where the other ones just kind of felt like extended episodes of the Scooby and Scrappy shorts. The characters are the same. They act like how you expect them to act. Shaggy and Scooby are still cowards, they still love food, that never changes. Though in this film, Shaggy is notably a bit serious. Scrappy is a bit more useful here. He does a lot of the thinking and finding almost all the clues. Again, I think this was at a time when Hanna-Barbera were starting to get the message of his criticism and tone him down a bit. But I think by this point it was a little too late. How are the side characters? Well, the sheriff is pretty good. There's an especially surprising twist with his character that I won't give away. The butler's a lot of fun, and even the brother and sister hillbilly get a few funny jokes, especially with the gorilla. Though, am I the only one getting a Canker Sister vibe from her? The Boo Brothers are kind of annoying, but they're not as bad as they could have been. I mean, they're not googling weird annoying. The animation is good, but when I say that, I mean by Hanna-Barbera standards. It's cheap and limited, but there are some nice designs and backgrounds. If I did have one problem, I say that it's a little long. Some scenes go on much longer than they should, and some of the side plots just kind of come and go where the main plot is still rolling. The stuff with the gorilla just kind of comes in and hijacks the film at times. The Boo Brothers shenanigans don't really do much to further the story, except when the rare times they do something useful. Honestly, it's a bit distracting. Overall, Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers is a decent entry at the franchise. It has its problems, sure, but if you're a Scooby-Doo fan or have little kids, I'd say it's a harmless flick to plop in. It still has the characters you all know and love, some funny jokes here and there, and a decent story to back it up. Give it a watch and see for yourself.